Today, now the 24th day of April 2023. Over the weekend, some people were shocked for see Honorable KKY Yumkela and the SLPP from a progressive alliance. The people where they support the SLPP are happy. Say, Dr. KKY Yumkela don't come back home. The one them where not they support SLPP, they are not happy. Say, Dr. KKY Yumkela, why did you go back? What's make you go back yonder? Why? Why is the question? Why? They begin call her names. All kind name. Man say, in fact, to politician, na motivational speaker. Some man say, not so motivational speaker, na greedy politician, na selfish man. All kind name. Well, in Sierra Leone, you want inside the politics. Everybody go get a perception about you. But how you perceive yourself, well, now one day it left to you. You don't sit down and look at this issue holistically. You don't sit down and look at them and say, what to? Okay. Dr. KKY Yumkela and the NGC. So, how NGC end up with this alliance? Now you go think back, say, wait, where Dr. Dennis Bright? Dr. Dennis Bright, why is he say the game don't they look big? Now he say like Pulam. He say like Pulam. Why make you say like Pulam? Because imagine Dr. Dennis Bright where they don't the drag go CID. They don't the drag and go CID. Then now he was part of this progressive alliance. You go say, well, he can preach peace, but you don't do you bad. You get for forgive him because of the country big pass all. But someone go to look out there, I say, but no, seriously. I'm not staying, not on there behind CID. Now, what you want can tell me now? What you go and can explain to me? Well, that side now AK11 different. Because we don't see video them. Well, Alpha can they talk against this administration. But it look like say be then in the dark now, I don't see the light. Because he said the 28th and get big thing at Potuloko. Honorable KKY Yumkela say na that day in the wait now let begin for campaign for the SLPP. I don't forget what they ask me today. Say, wait to so NGC no go for the na the ballot for presidential. Na say I go for the day. NGC go there for presidential. They have an alliance now. The one who sabi Alusain and Alasan no say you need a gbeshi. You need a gbeshi. So gbeshi don't come, don't say no eti. But I do sadi. If Dr. KKY Yumkela now be APC go join. Now the same thing waiting the APC supporters them and they talk now, or the sympathizers them, or some of the aggrieved NGC people and they talk now. Now so then for don't they talk against them back? The SLPP people them. And so therefore they talk against her. Dr. KKY Yumkela, look at, right now, APC they pa catch the head. I see the yesterday. They pa catch the head. He say, huh? This still don't know. It's still don't know we. Chief Alaji Samsumana. Il est bongo. Il se fallait de gather that kind grand, what they do yesterday na Bintumani. But it's serious part now. Chief Alaji Samsumana, see for see, you don't get that kind no. I don't get that. KKY and the NGC, they don't go. They don't go. Then they now at the camp of the SLPP. I didn't. When KKY they talk na AYV, I get a little snippet to I go play for you. It's all be again a parliament so be they talk against this government. You why the hype and say be they talk. Man, I hear you. Man, I don't know if you hear. I don't know. You be hear? Because he say he don't cause noise in the parliament about this administration. You be here? Me I no be here. Because most of the thing the way name paper, now for say they not be they pay the parliamentarian and good. So now him count this talk. Oh, even though they say they get a rich side, it not be one carry and go. He said the cyber crime now him be help for counter. Call that thing we say we help for doing a parliament. That's about the fake degrees. How I make we this? How about to kick about thank you for the stars. After pondering, taking a deep look at things, I begin for wonder, see, the SLPP and the APC in Sierra Leone, they are unshakable. They are unshakable. The SLPP and the APC. I don't care with the 17 political parties. All they want is nyamu. Then just take a number for kind of tea water. Nyamu. The SLPP and the APC, now they get salute. Observe when KKY be in a parliament. Ten become Abraham for begin make shoulders. But there is a rule in parliament, see, when you get the speaker in attention, when you get a nod from the speaker, that's the only time your voice will be heard. I don't care if you're an opposition leader. I don't care how high rank you feel say you be in a parliament. Yeah? If the speaker no points by you say, well, after Honorable Tigipule, Honorable Akemta go talk, after Honorable Akemta, Honorable Yabum go talk, after Honorable Yabum, Honorable Usmantoli go talk, after that, Honorable Usfriend, after that, Honorable. That's the only time your voice is going to be heard. That's the only thing, Dandy. So if you now a smaller side, you are make kickly. The speaker na parliament he get game for you. Then can you choose the seats? Use your own leader, then choose seats for you. Eh? Then choose it for you. Who say you go sit down? So even if you make an parliament and you feel to say unity of the APC and the SLPP, even if you are independent, bruh, eh? if the speaker not satisfied with the way you can do it, you go put Chian up till you tire. Tell you tire. Then they call you. SO2. So, Honorable Kande Kolayum Kela within the parliament. He want for beginning like say the NGC and a third force to reckon with. Then control and force without only. How the speaker give chance for talk, now you go the talk. And control and the force. Going on. It be here for vex when they say, but in the parliament you know they talk. They say it gives salon people and the opportunity for vote for her. The people they not vote for her, so not to wait till they go through now, they can put them para. Then they done. Where they go. They make them, one of them committee them, boss Mandy. He want shake tail. Then they begin to go the rope para back. Then begin to go the rope for stadium. This now what me observe. And what make I tell you this? Why you feel say third force na salon with the hype where the SLPP and the APC get with how then they control things them. What make third force go out for work? I'm not say no go work. I'm not say it won't. No, it will. But how they set the system, if you understand how the system is set, then you get to plan how for break them. Law cut long matter short, PI system come inside. The PI system say 11.9%. NGC now 6.something% them be gay. What I mean to say, NGC if na base, if na based on the strength where them be get for last election, well, forget it. NGC no go na parliament. Even though some CSOs they don't come together, they keep them to me and others, they call say the threshold they need for put and can down. They need for put and can down. No, they say na 11.9%. 11.9%. The C4C, the NGC, not get 11.9% na 2018 election. So that side they back, they don't control the small party them. The APC and the SLPP, they can cruise all they want because they know say 11.9% not get anything on them. You not get anything on there. NGC don't look see. KKY. I dey tell you say na wetin me think now. After I don't look this whole thing. KKY don't say but dear. I didn't a parliament to make because people were expecting so much from KKY. Now parliament. Like I said, if you not get the speaker attention, trust me, that voice you are making a parliament. Forget you. Forget you. So when you don't sit down, you don't look the PI system, you don't see this, you don't get a work. Just when Suma they all engage themselves, say, bra. Until the president be don't go meet you in a kitchen. Don't go tell you, see, let you come back. Well, this trip, not so you want for go. Eh? Not so you want for go. Where you go, all you go. And so for do. Not so like, see the mayor on a kono, where we go get a few people, they say, now we all come. No, this is the party being. And for law make a lay sweet, law make a election an alliance. He say alliance, he say what to wake up. Cop now what see them do? Not to the plan that they cop back bigger. Eh? Of Progressive Party. You don't forget consortium. Yes. But consortium now, even though NGC be the consortium, but now through who that? Dr. Dennis Bright. Now NGC be the another company. But APA frown against COP. So COP he die. Eh? COP die. This one, PPIC boss man self be dead. He said then tick all the then dot the I's, then tick then cross the T's all. So this one gets PPIC endorsements. COP now, apa na they not encourage themselves. JJ Safa call COP, he say none of na Tamatis COP. Eh? He say none of na Tamatis COP. But then self be say na an alliance. Now so then self be calling. Say na a progressive party. A consortium where they all go come together. Eh? But that's no work. Madame Femi Claude School, Dr. Dennis Bright, I make all 10 be the drag then go CID. All 10 then drag then go. As they make, then give them quickly. Eh? You think say if APC be really ready for let COP team up. COP not for be team up. Eh? If APC, you know like how SLPP ready for NGC, then do all it takes for get an NGC for let team up like how team up so. Look the way how NGC and SLPP do this alliance. You see, huh? Imagine how COP come to, how them be the drag foods, how them be the drag with them, how them be. You don't imagine that first? Yes, he go say, even okay, it was gloomy, it was cloudy for COP, so now I make them, they drag them, I make them not able to sustain. And I able to call him, can I say, he say, we bland see, after election, now then kind alliance scheme come up. Who say so? Eh? Usai. Answer me ba. Because we all know say in Sierra Leone, now before election, and mostly stuff now that second, now for meet up, the second one, because the first one nobody know Kimeka. For meet up the second one, now they see the alliance that they come together. All man they promise. But this particular one right now, promises have been made already to the NGC for key positions in governance. And I don't know, you can see, on a runoff On runoff, now then we can see. Now then the alliance then can come inside. Now then the both came. Remember, PMDC join APC. Later back PMDC join SLPP. But now for meet up runoff. But this time, the president on the tell we say no runoff in no want. Because for me to runoff, now they can set alliance. Now they can set say una can sign with we go give una this position. So the president don't look and say this one they say no runoff. Well, me now they set me no alliance they want it. And now make it don't go NGC kind side. Friday, AK11, he said they go declare for the APC, SLPP, inside Potloko. See the strategy where SLPP they use now. Who say APC dey? Who strategy where then they use right now? Confidence. Say Tintranga. People they no go vote for that because Tintranga. Même so the accident na AK11. AK11. Na Alpha Khan. And na AK11. Yeah, as you say they pull the red vest. They wear green vest now. And na AK11. When you look at the way NGC dey now, you can just think, say, well, third force, you don't know. Third force don't know. Because when you see the road set and say 11.9. Okay. You don't know. For now. Until somebody else thinks, say, I know how to do it. The other party they will get. All the other like NDA, RUFP, RENIP, NURP. Then na just boldness. Na just boldness no more than can make for go say, oh, else one for be the president. No. They already know. So now I make right now, this administration don't set the bar very high. When they say I jump, but they don't set it right up. Where the new party, the small party then. If you team up self, you stand up for jump for touch, you know they able touch her. You need touch her. So when KKY don't look, he say, you know what, man, if you can't beat it, I for join them. He say, you know the ala say, now the president say, well, come, make we can work. The excellence say, so you dey go back as parliamentarian. He say, well, you go consulting people. I say, but president, now you talk say, president say, come out na parliament, can work. Me source tell me say these are the positions where they promise. I say me source. Me source so now tell me. Say the position where they promise NGC. We get for look after. If he say no not say if now when the alliance win, me source tell me say they promise them trade, foreign affairs, finance. Now 4. What the other one? Chief Minister. Yes. One of them one, 9 KKY goal. chief minister, foreign affairs, trade. What the other one say? Mon a for you I call and gist no. They say they promise the NGC. And they promise there. So there is something in there for NGC. So not of us say for can say, oh, we have to put Salon first and for the no. Something there for there. But wait. You don't can say that sauce. If na pepper sauce or na spicy sauce, bra. Na tombi. Na tamarind sauce. Tombi sauce. So what if one of them position there, what they get for NGC, they able for deliver? Jacob say, is that a chief minister work? Na dem go give KKY. And like security work. So even the one that will be there yesterday, na been too many. Not all of them glad you. Because somebody in position. Not to one person. About 4 to 5 minutes of position. Get for go towards NGC. Yeah? So even the SLPP that will be the jump yesterday, yes, that come. Some are still. I see one other guy. He did a corner. He didn't look far. I say, why this guy know the dance? All man the dance, why you know the dance? Why just sit on the look far? Me Tripoli. If KKY feels say that the only way this way for deliver, mba, welcome. But if you marry this married, then this married can't turn like PMDC, just my guy married. I will line that. Because then just see them facing a smooth ride. Then position the way they don't promise sooner. Now people them be did and then people and they're not glad with sooner. They're not glad with sooner. Oh. Now cook them cook for Charles my guy. Now so it take go. Now when the marriage done, election come, winning take place. Then they begin see KKY like I say, you need to speak with language. Yeah, that marriage they done. They done. Ask just my guy. How your married end up? Seriously. Hey, but that time the winning don't take place. But if you listen to what President Bio talk, yeah? Hey. KKY. La promise they make for you say, after President Bio don't come on, you go get a space. Couché. Couché. Yeah? If you listen keenly, it's like, oh, President Bill, last time this. Then, KKY said go get space. Usai. Yeah. Me, Tripoli, I hope say KKY in coming. If you fishing at the way that, but in fact, to see you them, Mame Bangwa be don't do one before. Mame Bangwa Bangla say la te, but so see big girl, he became bag for fly. Before they marry, I remember go at the APC. Eh? In the APC. Okay. Let they go. But that one way, there is a promise like say, where President Tibio come on in second term. Eh? That's if he win. Oh. If he win. Where come on second term, it's like then they create space already for KKY. See you man the hot yanda. Eh? You see where the hot yanda. Would they make a quick because today I will allow we. I will allow we. Who say I want begin? Now we the news begin come out inside NGC. Eh? When the news begin come out inside NGC, we then go corner KKY. Eh? We KKY vex. And therefore begin? No. Let's begin first with waiting AYV piece together. The heydays of Dr. Kande Koleyum Kela. Yes, AYV piece together from the debates and put together from the debates how KKY made a talk to Usai President Bill go meet him at Kitchum. Where he's saying old word. Well, it be old word. So he don't respond to the word. Let's start there first now. Yeah? Let's begin that first. Fambulem. Na indi so.
The National Grand Coalition, as we've said, is a rainbow party. We've been very inclusive in bringing people in. We've preached only peace and inclusiveness. And so far, all our activities have been non-violent. And I want to pledge to the people of Sierra Leone, we do not believe in violence. And we will continue the march towards a progressive Sierra Leone that is peaceful, where the rule of law is obeyed, and indeed we create a unified nation. That is why we are a grand coalition of progressives. So we are non-violent. You have to worry about the Al-Hussein and Al-Hassan that have that tendency of violence.
So, whether not fighting corruption, whether not good governance, ultimately, you measure it on the welfare of the people. Look at the stories of Rwanda, of Ghana, of Singapore, of Cambodia, of Vietnam. Change them whether they do political reform, economic reform. People, the income, they go up. We know they go up. They go down. So when I hear people, they boast, I say they've not done development economics. Eventually, we ask, what are the impacts? Social, human, economic. So you talk, yeah, I put 70% of the budget in this sector. So what? What if all of it was stolen? No impact on the poor. What if contracts were just given to friends? No impact on the population. They still remain poor. And still in this country, for 20 years, we have not moved. If we move one notch up, we're still poor. 2 notches up, we're still poor. Human Development Index, 3 jumps up, we're still amongst the lowest in the world. That's not what we want. We want transformation. We want to jump 10 places in the poverty index. Left that bottom. Then at the other group. Yeah? Not to always the same 10 for 30 years. We're not a shift. We're not shifting. People, they clap, say, they do well. We're changing the systems. Oh, things are good. Trust the process only. Things will happen. Hell no. And there is a saying, the people deserve the government we then get.
Okay.
Then deserve the governance system we then get. Because now they vote, now on get for mobilize on issues. If you not mobilize for the issue, if you not put the right people, then therefore do you issue, or they go cry.
So as we try for roundup, you think say the people get the right government and get a very good government, as you say, people deserve the government we then get?
I give them them vote for the government.
What's your assessment of this government? 3 years.
No, then they will get for deal with that, and then our campaign begin. I don't.
I don't. The right on the bread and butter issues.
I don't do interviews with una. I don't give una parameters.
Yeah, but on this show,
get parameters then now they all go use for check the government. You know, you don't reduce the debt where you can as you've been promised. The people then better today pass.
You think this government has been better than the previous?
Than a fundamental. Remember, whatever we do, the ultimate goal now for make the people their life better.
Okay.
So those are questions we get for ask the people then. Your life better today, you get more job than today than you been get today. The debt situation of the country better than before. Everything is arbitrary. People just interpret rules the way they like. Constitution says debate. Auditor General's report. They say, we've not been done one before. And somebody gave me that careless talk. But go check, we'll never do one. No. But the speaker told me in his office, Kande, don't worry, it's a constitutional requirement. Hello. It's not only me. Tawa made the motion. Chief Baikur made the motion. I did it. Hassan Priest. Honorable Mara and others have raised it. He just ignores us. That's arbitrary. Institutions have to be beyond an individual. They have to have fundamental values, principles, systems that does not allow this arbitrariness. You decide what leaders mean. No.
For call we brother back. We need them back home. That make a to the parliament.
This country for no say politics not for be by enmity. Important for women and politicians. For sure we begin and say we can disagree on politics. We can then a different party, but not for enmity, not for fet. What you do? We all want one country for life better. So for Kaya today, me a big leader in this country. I want to let the people in Asamo and the country see say, we believe say we all get the same intention. We want a better salon. And number two, we careful respect the institutions. Me an institutionalist. Now that I don't do for 30 years. When you get the presidency, now for the whole country. If me not be kind way president, they can visit me village. Then I don't respect this country, I don't respect the president. It's wrong. Then there's a talking about parliament. I said one of the things we don't unlock this country, we don't allow everybody for cause big man and big woman in this country. It's not correct. It's not correct. Then for respect institutions, then for respect leadership. President, if you see me now, and the respect for you as a person, but the institution as well. You now be president. The chief, everybody don't talk. Which you try to do now. And me don't talk about once in a development, I work with the government of the day, constructive opposition. When things all right, I also always don't in my public or private. Say do your law make and this way it go better. So if you see me now, the gesture where you make a gesture of respect. Thank you for that gesture. You self show me people then say you respect me as a person, but you show the new leadership. Now that's them people to understand. Because some of the parents and no one tell them. If you see president give me this respect in the public, why I know they expect? I take them. Say now out of respect. As we can say now, I don't know how they will talk on Timney or Shabu. But we also say we say it. Mbara who's women. Mbara who's women. Mbara say yes women. Mona yema say you know. Then mbara who's women. Mbara who's who. What I say, so excellency, I will talk about Shabu, but I don't forget. The tradition, the chief lady say we don't hold word. We don't hold word. We thank you for the respect. I pass on to me big brother with it. We don't hold word. We thank you for the respect.
We don't hold word. We don't hold word. We thank you for the respect. Now they Honorable Kandekole Yumkela be Lefam. This was the same man where you hear him from Usai, from the debates. So the different time they don't appear in AYV. So the last one where President Bio say, Sidom, I just think, say, no waiting. This man who got for Nidam. Lord go bring a one team. Now so, waiting happened yesterday. It's in like 1 year. They don't need for this. For make the NGC come on board. Now they say not to one uppercut, and they give PCU. Now 2. 2 now they give. Because Dr. Kande go give and boy. Then the SLPP through President Biringi and bye. Okay. Ule fam Usai I all word. Now, the word begin go around NGC for say, it look like say KKY want go. It look like say this guy they go. They never talk. They never talk with the president. And look like say it they go. So in the call, let me listen. We KKY don't land saying people that don't hear the word. What seem to happen in a call?
Sign of weakness. 1 year of pain. 1 year of pain. And the president said, people know if you want to let you grieve. I say, yes, sir. He said, well, don't come back now with topic. I tell you now, say, I want to talk to you, party. Yes. So if you want to know, yes. President Bio tell me January and say, I want to talk to me, party.
So if you want to know, yes. If you want to know, that na in party. You say if you want to know, yes, President Bio tell me say I want to talk to the party. But you see I talk, eh? Or you hear I talk, Listen.
Yes, that's selfish. You don't make a deal for yourself. Make a deal for yourself. Well, for your information, I want to retire from politics.
This not true, demo. You say well, for information, me I want to retire first from politics. That retire we see and so. You watch yesterday. This morning, he said, but right now, in the one more pick out to wait for Canada the campaign trail. Now it's a hidden, it's slowly go.
But if a neck not be there, if an executive not there, you can't talk to your party. That's a selfish man. No, come on, give me a break. Well, he left too now. And I continue the discussion with Mr. President. He said,
You know they say me selfish, I don't go make deal. The president say one can talk to now. Me not selfish man. They don't tell her no. He say, and I they continue me discussion with Mr. President. So let una know one thing more. Let una know. Okay.
Tell you openly now. And you continue the discussion. What are we discussing? How you unify this country? People like me are brave enough to say, Mr. President, do like Pakaba, unify Salon.
Okay. He say like in go brave enough for look President Bio and tell and say, do like Pakaba for unified Salon. Who don't not go brave enough so? You sabi? You sabi anybody not go brave enough for tell President Bio say do like Pakaba for unified Salon? Alright, tell her to go.
The country is hurting. There's pain. because of the global crisis as well, and other internal issues. He said, what do you mean by that? I said, for example, what if you get a second time, unify the country, do let Pakaba, a government of national unity?
He said, and tell President Bill, say, what if you get a second time? Do like Pakaba? Can we take government of national unity? But this is not party. And then they talk soon. We then go here, you say, KKY don't begin to talk to the president. He look like say you want go. Now he can't want him before them. Can't challenge them. They don't understand. Eh? Okay.
That shows everybody is relevant. We bring all tribes and everybody together. Not what that we stand for. Yes. So Cypher will talk on our social media. Another preacher for 7 years. You say it where it matters.
Yeah.
I'm not craving for power.
He say, you know, they crave for power. So now they go and talk, say, KKY in a power. Now I make you don't left NGC, or you don't carry NGC, go to SAPP. Uncle say, you know, they crave for power. Alright.
Yes, I want you to know, all of you are in charge of NGC today. You are in charge of NGC today. If fail, it succeed now.
Igide. Now they in charge of NGC today. NGC fellow. He succeed now. Eh? Now. Alright. Alright.
I don't do this service. Una and then is bright. That's your job.
Una and then is bright. Now na job that one day. What it then is bright thing do? He say, Papi, that lala pinta de no mix me this. Me I don't go. Eh? He left Angi, them and then it's bright. But Udaka inside, Jasmine Suma, Nainka inside. Eh? Okay.
But I tell you something, I will continue my dialogue with the head of state.
But they tell Una something say, and they continue my dialogue with the head of state. So just in case Una want look some side different, Una want do something different, let Una know say for me. Then they need shake me because they continue. And they continue with the head of state. Okay?
About how this country provides, about how we drive agriculture, healthcare, education, infrastructure, and growth and jobs for the youth. I will never stop.
It engage the president because now about how for make agriculture, how for make the country better country. Now he make. Eh?
Never stop. What we will do public, we will do, and what we will do internal, we will do it.
What you go kang bang baude, we go do am. Eh? What you go kang bang baude, we go do am. What you go do internally behind closed doors, we go do am.
We'll do it. What these people sick are selling out a party with no information. I'm not interested in a ministerial job. I'm ready.
When I hear you, if people think say I they sell the party for waiting, he say one, mix, interested per ministerial job. He say interested per ministerial job. Alright. You no go say just now, and me been talk am. Into na hear for herself. Eh? You interested per ministerial job. Okay.
Ready to retire from politics. If we're not
I ready for retire from politics. Okay. You ready? But you not retire it.
I know you're reality when I hear that today. I lost my partner.
If you not hear anything when I hear that today, say me, KKY, I don't ready for retire. Eh? I ready for retire. This time in party. Talk about how he lost his wife. May Mama Philo rest in peace.
You know today what I went through last year. You had no clue. I didn't show a sign of weakness. But I'm telling you, you are the owners of NGC today.
Now I get NGC. He tell me. Now I get her. So what soon I want to do with NGC? It's up to that. Well, me, they continue to talk with the president.
You will decide the fate. So I'll let on agenda. First of all, think about your party. Strategic planning of your party. How do you stay alive?
Una think about una party. You say police F by NGC. Think about your party. Let us think about our party. No. Think about your party. Eh. Okay. I the one don't know one thing about the party. Okay.
How do you sustain yourself? Now some of you they spend 24/7.
How una go sustain una self? How una go sustain una self? Some of we now we they spend 24/7. Okay.
You have no clue. Okay. So I've been listening to this writing speech. Now that convention, una go no say 10-day money not been there for pay lights now Aberdeen Road.
You say una no get clue the money business inside NGC. We mean to say NGC they struggle. You say if una be listening, then it's writing speech by the convention. Una forbidden no say something then they even for pay lights. Now the Aberdeen Road office. I've been there. For pay lights, money no be the day. That's why una not be they spend. So una party office. Tell me the day for even for pay for lights. Money no be the day. Anybody, any NGC person, Asabi una no call una name. That's me talker. I can hear when I talk. Alright. Don't know you can vex. Take get you vex. Maybe you not be the pay for light. Now I can vex say don't go. Alright. How do you go?
Money not there for print cards. This office today where NGC day. Ambassador Dabo there. So tell you give una the agreement. Now me list that office there for KKY movement. Exactly.
You know yeah? Even the office where NGC day. Now in list and in KKY, now in list the office for KKY movement. Una party. Yeah, you, I do. Una party. I una want una party. Don't turn around back you can say, but some of you now they spend. You give them the party, but you tell them back say, now then they spend. He say tell the lights not the day. Even the office now in listen. So not to the party safe. Una can make kukle paraway they talk to president. Una forget. Say the office safe first now in listen. Oh now wait.
Not for NGC. 4 or 5 years now me they pay at least $4,000 for that one.
4 or 5 years now in. Now in they pay this $4,000-5,000 for that office day. Now in they pay. Just come and say. Yours truly was once NGC. In a be NGC, but not saying left the party na in left. How the party go left you, George? If no. Yeah? So now only be the pay for lights. Now only be the pay heads. We wanna left and solely on KKY. Now for the whole thing. I don't catch anybody talk. Now listen now.
Now hand out to the party. I call Ibon in America. I say, "Una take over now." The list now, Ambassador Dabo change and NGC get people have no clue.
They not get any clue. Now him pay. Now I call say, "Una take her." Now me pay for him for your own waiting self. But now I hand over to the party. You hand over and give them. So una take him. So after you hand over and give them. Now you be still pay the rent? Okay. How they go?
A post button Person go send $100 to you post on social media. If not, to win the party they die.
Hey! Is there some of una? Una go dey post on social media say, if una not send $100, the party they die. Diaspora there. Diaspora there. So now, if they tell me, I say, they pay $4,000-$5,000. Yeah? And they pay $4,000-$5,000 for the office. You, wait to go carry again back. You, when you pay, when you send $100, you begin make more to say, if I not send, not to talk back.
So I will give una the agreement. Now me list that office there for KKY movement, not for NGC. 4 or 5 years, now me they pay list $4,000 for that one floor. Now hand out to the party. I call Yvonne in America. I say una take over now.
Yes, you know.
The list now I am. Ambassador that will change and NGC get. People have no clue. I put a post button. Person go send $100 to you post on social media. If not, to win the party they die.
When post but the office, some man go begin say the $100 we NGC how market, okay.
KKY always catch up to me now. You know what you don't do? Do you know what it takes to sustain?
Do you know what it takes to sustain the NGC in that office there? Oh, you send your $100 done. You can't boast, say without your $100, the office, NGC for don't die. This, I tell you, see, now when the NGC be don't land, say, it talk to order them. To the president. We then confront her with him. So now in this scam. Now in this scam about. Alright. Now in a salon. In case you don't know. The country where we all like. Election they come. Things then get for they happen. We will get for the see. Get for the see, we get for the yeri. I want to take we. There was a question asked this morning. I just want you to pay attention. Now AYV. The question was posed to the Minister of Information. But okay, then just come together yesterday. So then get for the try for talk one or KKY get out in they do your own thing and the Minister of Information get out in they explain your own. Alright. But yeah. Listen. The question was asked to the Minister of Information. Listen how KKY try for save the day. With the same question. Let's watch.
On point 12 in the agreement, as it was read yesterday by the NGC Secretary General, it says when the alliance wins the presidential election, the NGC should be included in an inclusive government, in which case the NGC shall be allocated a number of positions as mutually agreed in various categories of appointment in governance. Example, ministers, deputy minister, ambassadors, and members, and board members, etc. This shall be subject to the approval of the president. It's the SLPP, calling for an inclusive government and wanting to get the NGC votes to win the next election?
No. I have said this progressive alliance is not about the next election.
But you're offering. You're
It
giving
is
offer.
about, no. You have to start from somewhere. It's about the next generation.
That's to entice
if
them
we
to
rear
campaign
our
better?
kids in this environment of hate, visceral hate, if we rear our kids in this environment of ethno-regional divide, and all of the vices that have held this country back, right? If we continue to keep our talents in silos and not unleash them for national development efforts, then the next generation will be in danger. Already, countries around the world are coalescing to solve the current and emerging problems. You know, and this is not the first time in Sierra Leone. You know, towards independence, this was a major issue. Towards independence, you know, a coalition of the willing was built, right, to present a united front to ask for independence. At the peak of the Civil War, we did the same thing. So I mean, it's not new at all. Anytime we have had an existential threat as a country, we have rallied the troops. And President Bill has done just that. He has his heart in the right place, and I'm happy that it's gone very well with the alliance partners, the NGC. I know many of them.
The offer of appointment with the alliance, is it not about getting the vote?
No, it is about setting the agenda together.
I'll come to you.
Rado, it's about setting the agenda. You set the agenda, you deliver the agenda together.
I'll expect.
No. Let me come there. Let me do that.
No, I'm jumping in because there's a reason why. Because the vision was set by President Bio and myself, and it came down. So the point he's going to make, which is very clear, you set an agenda together.
SLPP. I'm asking him.
So I would say, okay.
No, but you are insinuating. No. But you are insinuating. You are insinuating. Your question, in fact, not even insinuating. You made it clear.
I'm asking him to explain. I'm asking him to explain.
Larana, it's not about jobs. Jobs are just a consequence of a shared vision. Right?
To deliver on the vision.
You remember? His Excellency did say, no, just a minute.
Inclusive government.
Can I come? Did the same document not also say various committees are going to be formed to formulate the manifesto, spokespersons for the alliance, and various other committees that will impact on the next administration? So jobs and appointments will be a consequence of this shared vision, you know, that has been driven down, that has been cascaded to the rest of us by the two leaderships.
Before quickly, are you expecting the NGC as a political party to come with some votes to the SLPP to win the next elections?
Well, definitely.
Is that part of the alliance?
The president did say, if you listen to him, he did this Creole parable. He said, Oni, where did they now? Whatever container? It's sweet already. So we add other Oni, not for like sweet more, not for like boku. Right? Okay. So we are building a talent pool that is equal to or probably surpasses the challenges we currently face. You know, the
Honorable, is the NGC joining the SLPP as well with this alliance to help them to win the election with votes? You had 6% in the last election.
We have one presidential candidate. We have to mobilize, and I'll be out there campaigning soon. I can't wait. You know, I'm already warming up. I'm doing my exercises. I think we'll be on the platform together on the 28th in Port Loko, right? We're going to campaign. We're going to mobilize. We're going to mobilize the younger generation. We're going to explain our narrative of collaborative, transformative development. We're going out there to mobilize. We're going to campaign aggressively together as an alliance. If you want a good case study, go to Senegal. Look at how their coalitions work. Look at what they do before elections. So we're going out and we're going to be rolling out. We started yesterday, right?
Yes,
down at the junction.
Yes.
So and my friends have sent enough vitamins
for me. And the point on appointments, forming an inclusive government with giving the NGC some appointments. You want to speak to that?
It is important.
Listen, your members?
Remember again, look at the premise. Do a joint manifesto. So which means we establish a governance platform and the commitments we're going to make together, and we work together to deliver on them. Yeah? And again, we've said over and over, the talent pool. We're opening up the talent pool, bringing more skills, more ideas, and more management skills to deliver. The president has emphasized, and we said it yesterday, delivery, with milestones, and also the outcomes.
Delivery.
We want to see the outcomes.
You want to deliver. Do you have preferred positions in case the alliance wins? Do you have preferred positions you want to deliver?
Wait for the manifesto. We have to work first.
No, I'm talking about the appointment.
We have to work first. Wait for the manifesto.
Are you not sure of winning?
Manifesto. I say we have to work.
No, I'm asking if you win, if the alliance wins.
It's not if we win, it's when we win.
So when you win, in your words, when you win,
definitely.
What positions?
And before winning, we're working on the manifesto. So we're very deliberate. We don't put the cart before the horse. We want to develop the manifesto first, and then we prioritize. What do we do the first 100 days, first 1,000 days, first year, and then we cascade. Yeah, that's how we want to work. Very systematic. Don't put the cart before the horse. Okay. It's about the talent pool. Very systematic.
That's how we want to work. Very systematic. It's a first 100 days, first 1,000 days, and first year. How many days they per a year? Eh? How many days they per year? If first 100 days, first 1,000 days, then the first year, eh? So how many? Which one come first? Eh? Okay, forget about that side. Anyway, the year come first before the 1,000 days. It come first. You know, now the talk. Because they try for save Raman soirée. Eh? Raman soirée, now be the try for save. First 1,000 days will be 3 years. But Lord give him a pass. Can we just give him a pass, please? Eh? They talk me too sweet. Now I make. Eh? They talk me too sweet. When I ask say, now for car with votes, the man soirée, he want for begin go around the bush. He said the president give one crow. No, the president give a mende proverb. He interprets and crow, but not to crow proverb. He say, now a mende proverb na the president give, then interpret and crow say, if you can't turn oni pantap oni, not to for make it sweet, now for make it boku. And so the president say. So Rama Soye, he want go around the bush, they talk. Then Lamrana can direct to KKY. Say waiting. This one now for votes. KKY will tell we para other audio will be they talk to him. NGC people they will say, for now that no for me, I want retire. Now I say party they don't send vitamin for her. For make it hype for go for the campaign. What happened to that retiree? Oh no, he say in party they don't send vitamin. So not to KKY na the problem. Now the one they will send the vitamin for her. Now they don't get energy. Forget it for go to the campaign trail. What so? Eh? Okay. Alright. Now the vitamin. So you know they feel frail again anymore. Now it's super hype. Friday they get for the put local. USA AK-11 they go declare. They ready now. Yeah, APC. You sound at it. Yeah? That's the APC that big man way. He cry inside hats. But they make like say, you know bother. And they sooner. Now they cry inside hats. Hey, we. This. Eh? I tell ya. Anyway. Let's bring one more. At the interview this morning. Yeah? Back out one more. Eh. They say APC strong, APC na worry. Ah, this confidence will I get so. This confidence. Alright. And they go now one more KKY. One more. Dogo can talk quick one. Eh? Okay.
Remember what I used to say: hope, opportunity, and transformation. Yeah. We've just given a new hope.
Okay.
That it is not all negative. We can come together and work as one people.
Honorable, as we round up, I want you to particularly address Sierra Leoneans because a lot of attention, is being laid on the fact of who you are, your ethics, and what you stand for. But to be associated, to work for somebody, you have to be proud of that person. I have to be proud of Lamrana. I have to be proud of AYV. So are you pleased with the work the Sierra Leone People Party has been doing over the past 5 years to be associated with the party?
Yes. The Sierra Leone People's Party has laid some foundation. They've made some mistakes like any government. If you are scared of making mistakes, you'll never lead. What is important in governance is also to recognize that you've taken actions to a certain point, but you can have a quantum leap, even a bigger push to another steady state. That is where we are today. So I'm very pleased with some of the progressive agendas. I've backed some of those in Parliament, but we can do much more. And it's the much more. That quantum leap is what President and I have been discussing. And also the talent pool needed to go to the next level. Sometimes we tread water. We've done a lot, but we're treading water. Population is growing. Things are becoming difficult. But we know we can make another leap. And that's what we are. And I'm very proud that I can be part of that system that can take us to the other level. Minister, the higher level we want to go.
Minister Sware said 85% a few weeks back when we spoke to him. What, in terms of percentages, what would you give the Sierra Leone? Yes, in context.
5% for what?
For the work Sierra Leone People Party has been doing over the 5 years. The government generally.
Okay, you asked me for an assessment of the government's performance thus far.
Exactly.
And I'll say I was an opposition person who saw no good in all the efforts we have made in the last 5 years, who saw no effort in our efforts at transforming the economy, who saw no efforts in the frame-breaking reforms we have made, who saw no effort in, the investments we have done in human capital. I was saying, compared to the manifesto commitments we made, we have made 85. Substantial gains. 85. I'm marking my own screen.
Yes, 85. That's it. 85.
So there's still room for improvement.
In terms of reference, you said 85. So in the very percentages, what would you give the Sierra Leone People's Party?
Please not mark the script.
So I'm a more difficult examiner, right? I was opposition, so I'm a more strict marker. So I'll say 75 to 85. It's a range. So which means I'm recognizing that's what is critical here. And it's what he said. That it's not everything that was wrong. If I sit here and say they did nothing, then Parliament did nothing, right? People forget the legislations. So when some of us again come out about some of the legislations we passed, you will see a lot was done by Parliament and the government and the opposition. What is missing? Implementation. Actionable interventions that will give you the outcomes you want.
Okay.
That is a missing link, and we've discussed it. That's why President keeps saying, you don't make enough laws. Canale can work for her. Make those laws work. You know them already that were passed. A lot of them coming down from some of our donors and the Bretton Woods institutions, African Development Bank. The implementation is struggling, but it's not institutions. African Development Bank.
The question where the reporter they try to ask, not to KKY, say Honorable Raman Sware been say 85%. KKY was not there where Sware they making 85% remarks. But he tried to play a smart one for come inside the conversation. Not to that moment. The lady say, we asked KKY a few weeks, we asked Raman Sware a few weeks ago for say, how you go rate this government? He say 85%. Now so you go rate 85 for the 5 years. 85. Now you go rate. But remember, at that time when you said 85, Honorable KKY not been there. KKY not be there. So what thing am I do? It come inside the conversation. You know, like how they say it try for spoon feed person. It try to explain on summary what he be talk. So that KKY go know why make him reach 85%. KKY saying a strict marker. It's on a range. He say waiting 75 to 85. How a strict marker? You say in a strict marker, you say the range na between 75 to 85. Then so I ain't 85. You notice? Or you don't notice how the game play? Now make it try for getting summary. Now make KKY they say, oh, just like he said. Okay. All right. Loud you go. I say then get for learn how for coordinate well. And make all man flow correctly. But for now, the alliance is all set. Once somebody that wanted to retire, no retire anymore. I ain't be saying, not say again, not to by force. And so Victor Fotel we saying they retire from politics. Only for see and now they take front seat. Well, you don't retire. You go see. Hey, forget it, bro. Nah, saloon. Yeah. You know, see Victor where they take front seats that the SLPP side there. That's side and they take my call. You go say you don't retire. And I just na retire advice you give. Okay. Hello the way, huh? Just come and say retire, but he left a pension behind. Alright. Okay. Welcome on board this friend. Quick one, sir. What you get for we on this one?
Yeah, thank you, Emo. Yeah, thank you a lot for bringing me on the platform. Regarding this political alliance, or what they say, they all join hand for them go before as a group send for make a bigger group. I think the idea done there. But here we try to see what thing they go on. Now somebody they try to explain to us a process of somebody in mind. It's difficult here, but all what team they try for see. I know they see a deception. I know they see the person not truthful, but he asks the alliance if it convenience now. And waiting make it convenience, if it convenience to the society for development, a question only, or for progress, or for peace, but all man give from different angles. And then when they do this, the agreement, then everyone when they come up stage from the different groups, they see different things, especially from the SLPP side, because we don't only see one person from NGC directly we come. But the convenience now, this is like an individual convenience, and then they try for likely do instead of convenience we now for let the nation will go before like how they say now the main talk within the use here the main big word and they say quantum leap. You see, then there is a foundation. And but with the talk of timeline, because I just want for take up with with the talk of timeline here, because when they struck a deal, you see political deal. And remember, like somebody they make a team. Yeah, more like trading of polls trading and trading individuals and will bring polls. But would they say the politicians are now involved in this agreement? We then put 13 items at the table. Yes, say the compromise, the agreement already in a more of some things, more way you doubt in terms of numbers. you doubt in terms of if nothing again, they ask for the compromise with the economy in terms of individual and let the peace stay. So that question they ask all around, but you channel them towards development, economic development. Then it is getting internal actual. We always see the policy making. Remember an internal thing, but when you go out and you talk about it, or when you do it now, the action, but the external parts another thing. But you see, you don't name. Just like when the bank go on or begin to carry name. When they see participation at parliament, but the point here they try to link, say a foundation of policies, then they will. And then policies they transform them with the stuff and the material where they come back and they put it into simple places. Because that idea in the build up. But when I talk of the timeline, because there is a time when we talk of rankonomics, I put it in brackets, that the economic situation, like ranker, that not be blessed, they go ahead. But when they ask them, well, why they rely on somebody? Because the way you summarize and the last bit, I make up the whole thing. He say, well, yes, because of you don't see say the change done and anybody enough afraid. But me, I the one that will say, I not say you don't for fear mistakes, but an officer say, wait, you only be you have to be ready for mistakes. It's true. You don't give a fear mistake, but don't let that mistake side. Now that's side where it can therefore explain say now the timing of where he say economics and the time back where they talk of say they don't give policy and officer he don't take it to because remember Napandi now you even head for sure now the thing when it's at the hot seat where he talk with so-called Alhambra now but there was a recent one where he talked this. So what he asked the question is from that short time there where he be still a talker whose policy they don't come inside. Who's new one there? Because on a bill they will see the effect for personal parliament. Now they balance. Then they tell me to let today before they come only for that financial act. They are forcing it through. But the point I they try for say the timeline of them policy they don't put. Who's one when you go pick say? Now then why they be don't done before he say this statement. You know when he talk the statement about rankonomics, that means he don't criticize them. And recently. So what thing we don't do before then? But when you look, remember many policies were already there. Things have been there. If they talk about the bank governor, we see a speech we make long one at parliament. They talk about this, everything. So that makes people like me what they watch the timeline, I go just doubt. You see. But I don't believe anybody will pick up that one day today. Or this in movement way they do. You see, because you see that they actually try for put the timeline. Except now that when they do the timeline, I for remind we the audience, follow will pick up that one day with a good thing again. But look at the timeline when it talks rankonomics, whose policies what even there in place. Because we don't say that we don't do but who policies what you always say. They don't do a lot. So but from that point there to now. What in again, you don't see when a substance will add up to quantum leap. These are the problem when we just want for summarize on for say now more of political horse trading where it be say you buy cow now for invoice something you don't go know, you know go try for say well the cow la assess as a cow, now know if the function where the function if we able carry this load or it come for a different purpose because we know say creative, you other things that what you do. But the performance, I don't really follow too much in performance, but the point why the drive for cinema, now the area of that rhetoric, so they bring come and somebody they either Nafole will try for go before or Nafole will get something will disturb. But when you see the team they form, we question if waiting then they come inside with if now a team where it be say it go able for can turn things around the right way, or now one winner for just their own convenience, for individual convenience. And that convenience is now like for security day, protection day, and then can gather losses. Because I don't want to go too deep really, but because even him, the very KKY, is actually not reliable in agreement. Because even when he come, before he come for Canada 2018 first. Okay, remember, if you don't get take, if you take money from somebody, you know, well, welcome, and they go meet you, and this person, I in charge of that moment day. When he came out 2018, he lost. When he lost, pass, go, problem come. Then you go doubt now. If you don't go down the worst of thing, and somebody will be there 2018 by then call you, can't meet up your own parent waka even come around. They say you have the money, we go back. He said, no, you have tip. And when they say you have tip, remember, now up man. So that left right side then now say, man, I just get an element of trust. Then the final one where if I ever bring up now the mind way, I would just want to say I will bring up now regarding yes the area now wouldn't they hold on again, because when you see not only when they question them, but when you introduce it, they talk about ethics and values from the youths. So very clever to make metaphor statement and make this so all kind of design. But the point what they try to say here now is they use a substance where if you don't meet the quantum leap method for say it can't stop mamikos. If you listen that was his introduction of values. So you they see the concept that we try for bring for convince people and say okay now come you know one come meet me here or if una will make good move before but not for numbers now for lay we will make alliance but okay now for alliance the horse trading una wait after we will not win now we go call for coalition. But if it's now, everybody will focus enough on numbers. So then the other spokespeople who they can't talk now, who they can now the different panel what I see today, and they ask them for numbers, and for no, then they deviate from try to avoid that answer they say that for number. But at that point now you know one are the only ones. Now they argue say now for mamikos because you they try to get an idea wherein you see say a society you therefore get valid effect for sure say mamikos don't damage development na salon. Don't put in that way there. So you can forget a proof of say mamikos they don't spoil economic development. Don't put in that way there first. So but when they come, everybody then they cause because then they always pick out maybe a weak lazy point of either you know be lazy now or point. But now na mamikos we all know say it's strong. One was in a culture, but the question is if they build them in terms of a quantum leap and other things, we not say yes, name calling, now in they bring name calling for anger, they fight, but it depends the context of people who they name call. If they ask if he not being gets abusive from the one there where they say, or he generalize and say, na all man mamikos. So you can forget those numbers, you get for prove and say this is wrong before una focus on. So by the time una they just focus on development. But if una say una they focus on and then una come it dead in at the table like mamikos, then you not get any side where you go fit inside the policies that una go make. Say mamikos policy or this policy, now economic policies and practical work. Now we expect letting people like tribes in that country day. But political horse trading, when you look into them, I think it's good in some way, people like they drive for maker, but I believe when is it to that time they so now they are reliable. Where people like they go, they say I get this, now so this thing they if I know or this thing big or they you know actually if they say it's big, you don't see the size. If they say it's small, so I trade them they say okay, yeah, go bring them, put left on the backyard. So, these are the kind of political tricks where they go on. But we only hope say while these numbers in alliance will be going, the deal and the struck because you ask again about the numbers of people coming in based on the area where they don't talk about alliance, who we don't see now say who now said will be absorbed. So it comes down to the area who is going to be left, or which are these new spaces, or the one that will be dead and get for full song, where they not go get for gladdy, you get for break a deviation again, it be say not to convenience, it will bring a total political chaos. So, but we don't want that eclipse, or we don't want that kind of stampede. Because I like a political stampede, it will be because when they rush back, not flow. So instead of it flow back that way, it will be say that force they can no see development. We'll see say there are structures in place. Yeah, but what are these structures? Now structures where you get for full of money cause effect, where you go use for campaign and all man the campaign, or you not be don't cause you, but it's all about telling people you know what say that this will go turn on a mind round, but we only hope say they not go put anything ethnicity about values of cultures, we not go be effective and the campaign And when you bring them into development, it not go work. Thank you very much. Let go help leaders and let us see how things they go. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Uswin.
Welcome, yes, sir.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to Uswin for in submission today. You just join we. Welcome on board. You meet to talk about the Progressive Alliance, the APC, the A Tripoli, Gadimot, the SLPP, and the NGC. Welcome on board, Usman Toli. Get the platform, sir.
Okay. Okay, let's just start by thanking us, Fred, for effort for giving a comprehensive report, analysis on NGC form alliance with SLPP for form what then called a progressive alliance. In other words, if you just join me, we talk about how NGC come together with SLPP for form a progressive alliance in column. So the approach when we go take today, I will take the winner and loser framework of strategic analysis. And they look at from this particular framework, from this alliance where they don't form so, would I then get for win, would I then get for loss? In what way they get for win, and in what way they get for loss? Let's start with the man himself, but take note, this analysis is based on the assumption, say, SLPP or the Progressive Alliance, they win the election. So whatever I say here today, they assume, say, the Progressive Alliance, they win the election. So that is very important. So let's start with the winner situation. KKY, by extension, we all know is a very undoubtedly a man with experience, a man with very knowledgeable. There's no doubt about it. But like any other person, I think the greatest question we'll get is about integrity. But again, you ask yourself the question, how many politicians then will get in Africa will get integrity? Ask yourself that question then. And by extension, na Salone, how many politicians then a Salone we go count, we go reach 10, we get integrity. Because one of the biggest tests of integrity is in terms of politicians them. The way he make big mistake, he resign. Whenever, when now your lifetime, you don't really say a politician, na Salone, don't resign from in post because of series of blunders or because they don't make mistakes. He hardly foresee a politician in Africa will get integrity. Now, let me say this. That man is not stupid. I know a lot of people, but we'll get for look from both sides. The man don't do the assessment. No doubt about it. We all know, say, the past election, he gets 6.9% of the vote. And that was, remember when he became first, the momentum was high. Everybody, they hail KKY, even when he came to England, see the queue people, number of people that would queue for go listen to what him they talk, because the morale was there. The momentum was high. You'd feel say if that man they been stay with NGCE for this coming election, it will even get 1% of the vote. It's very unlikely. So that man will don't read the situation. He don't look at him. Say, he no see the chance for get a third force. Yeah, forget what he want. It's not easy. And that is how politicians then they read situation. So all that talk when they go and talk, say, you know, I want to resign from politics and all that. It's a political claptrap. If you don't know this long time, it's something where you don't premeditate. You know, say, you know, the president don't approach me. So I therefore look for ways around this in order for convince the public. Say, I go join for a good for a good cause. And that is what is happening here. It's not stupid. And look at the money age as well. I know say, you know, if you look at and say 5 years is a long time. For consider again for another 5 years is a long time. And think about the financial constraints. Believe me, politics not a cheap thing. I've been part of politics. I know what it involves. There is some serious financial implications. And as it stands, we all know, say, you know, NGC is financially in a struggle. You hear they talk about, you know, renting an office for $4,000 or $5,000. You know, it's not easy. So now all the factors here, the man will not assess. You know, say it's not easy for her. So therefore, you know, instead of coming out, but this is like any other politician, they get for look a way around it, give excuses. That is what I believe in. Yeah. And so to me, I think say forum is a good thing because of all these reasons why I highlight. You know, it's a good thing for them. Of course, some of the NGCE executives, them, you know, then look at and say, for 5 years and only they and that, you know, so they don't get an agreement, a gentleman agreement with the incumbent, say if they win the election, then go get a percentage of the posting, the roles them, like ambassador, talk of ministerial role, chief minister and all that thing. So to them, integrity is not important here. What is important, you know, how we were able to become relevant in the next government. That is the bottom line. All the other explanation, I don't think is important. Yeah. And when we talk about losers, let's look at the losers. Let's look at the losers. We all know quite clearly that if some of you watched yesterday, where they do the launching, they see clearly, I think, Triple A, you mentioned that. It's more than apparent that some of the SLPP top man, they're not happy because they know say some of these jobs, some of them, especially those who underperform, yeah, it goes very highly unlikely for them to return back na the government because some of them they can't take the jobs, chief minister and all the rest of it. So there will be losers there. Some of them, not all men were happy for let this happen. That's one of the factors I will tell you. And also, I don't know, APC, I worry a little bit with them. I think you mentioned that too, Triple A. You see, politics is about numbers. I know say a lot of people say, oh, APC, then get the numbers, then get this, but it's also about strategy. I think this is a strategy where the incumbent they try for use in order for find a way around. Politics is about how strategic are you? It's about strategy. How you go able, you know, because we all know, say, to a very large extent, the current government lost popularity. So one of the ways at which strategically they try to look at the framework in order for project into the voting population, therefore form an alliance. And you mentioned that normally we get an alliance or coalition after the election, but they don't wait. I think in itself is a bit strategic. And this is why I think APC then they lose some chances because I know say if they may handle COP with care, I think say if it makes sense. But all those where they talk say, well, APC they win, but it's about strategy. It's about strategy as well. Not everybody want to see the vote. We only need about 3 million, some 100 people that we get for a vote. So it's about being strategic. And this is what the incumbent is doing now. So one of the losers, most likely, because no matter what, APC must get some, NGC must get followers then. Where they na their own interest. They must get their own followers then. Where they will bring, where they will add to the voting, because every number counts. You know. And also, I think Dennis Bright, I noticed, I don't know whether on people and say on the basis of integrity, whether that is true is a different matter. Because he was the same man when they talk about both game. Why did he resign? This is a chance for him if actually, because he's been already damaging credibility in terms of both game. So where are we? Who's how we go look at it now? From which lens we go able to look at it now? Yeah. Is it on the lens of integrity or what? Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing more with this alliance, we have to be careful because politicians are desperate no matter what. Bio, to a very large extent, has been criticized. His regime has been criticized. He knows that. And one of the ways they look at is to be strategic in order for win this election. And one of the strategies that what things they take, now for try to get anybody way possible for catch on board. You don't take where they on this, they want to attack KKY. We see from the video there's no one see. But this is a gentleman agreement. The agreement we can get with NGC is a gentleman agreement. The worry is, if this man then way he puts, in case they win this election, he appoints them by a strategic role here we call so. Think for, and not including the embassies and other things then. You know, you get for the reshuffle from time to time. So suppose you move them and when are they now they things they begin to break up. Because we'll get a smooth coordination. I think one of the areas then where we, I think in terms of softening, that's going to bring an area for concern. But what in the literature say about alliance and coalitions then? One, sometimes if the alliance is for the interest of the country, which everybody doubts, whether this alliance is genuinely in the interest of the country. The literature says alliances and coalitions, they bring about ethno-linguistic, they try for make sure it bring that national cohesion, peace. But whether this alliance is one of them is a different matter, because when you look at NGCE, they are only mostly known in the Cambia, areas then. So how you go able to bring that cohesion where alliance and they speak for? Now we own question. You talk about the ideological factor, the ideas then, put together ideas, say two heads are better than one. And we all know undoubtedly that the man is experienced, knowledgeable, as I say. I don't know about integrity. Maybe it will help for contribute in ideas then, then put aside them differences in political ideologies in order for help, for bring the ideas together in order for build the country. That could be an advantage, because we have seen in other countries who say alliances and coalition don't help for bring peace to the country. For example, in the post-apartheid in South Africa, we see between 1994 to 2004, we say the ANC and the IFP in the KwaZulu-Natal province and come together, they form alliance. That was one of the most successful coalition we see in Africa. It was a successful one. So all I'm saying here is that if this coalition then form them in good faith, this alliance then form them in good faith, for put aside, it will help. Because one of the things so they look at, in order for put aside the differences in our country, because we have seen over the last few years a lot of political tension, division, polarization, So one of the things that we will look at is how we go get a cross-party appointment, how we go to bring different appointment from different political parties in order for now we get a national character, even in a parliament, so that we're able to build that national peace and cohesion. So to a very large extent, I believe, say, if what they talk, what they listen to, if it is in the interest of the country, is a good thing. But how many of we do we believe that this alliance, this particular coalition we form, is in the interest of the country? How many of we believe that? Listening to all the point that I don't make, KKY himself, we all know, say, financially, it's not easy. It's not easy, so they try to look a way out, So looking at all what I don't lay down, I think, all I can say here is that it's a strategy for them. It's a strategy. I hope it works for them. But having said this, I think APC should not sit down, they lay back, thinking that, we go win this election. It's about being strategic. What can you do to win the voters then? What you can do is what is important. So to me, I think they therefore wake up. Yeah? So we say a lot of rancor within the party. There's a lot of resentment in the party. So the need, first of all, for bring themselves together and start thinking strategically. Because, it is more than apparent that, they are not too strategic at this moment. So I will stop here, give chance to my fellow panelists. Them. Thank you very much, AAA, for your comprehensive breakdown. You did really do a fantastic job. Really, really impressed. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Tolly.
Thank you.
Yeah. We want to say thanks to Usman Tolly for in submission today. Let's bring in Alpha. Let me waiting to get for we. Welcome on board, Alpha. Get the platform, sir.
Yeah, AAA, thanks for having me. I want to say big thank you to the two senior panelists, them or analysts. I want to quote, first of all, with President in 2019, July 3, where he may get an opportunity for do a talk with TED Talk Show. They say most politicians are synonymous for lie. And honestly, now we see so today. This could take me back to it to make a quote this particular statement where President Julius Maada Bio make na TED Talk. When you look at the entire concept of KKY, they claim say yes, this now for national cohesion for the young generation. But I'm afraid I'm not seeing it that way. This is my own honest submission. When you look, there is nothing in that agreement where we say, okay, if we not put the interest of Sierra Leone first, me and they back out. There is nothing in that agreement. That is a very, very clear thing. Everything in that the agreement or this alliance will be set up. Now waiting NGC or KKY or he himself will gain. Yeah, let's be very, very clear now. There is nothing. If you watch when Ian and Raman Swarede now the studio, you see absolutely two different views. For him, he's looking at this way, this way, this way. The SLP people, they have their own goal. They have their own point where they move with. For make you come and able for change them, for let them, go according to your own plan or according to how you want things for go. I'm afraid. Let's look at the end result of this alliance. Yeah, all what would they say with the one let them go good, let things come off fine. But what if, in another hand, it does not go the way KKY is expecting it to go? What would be the outcome? He therefore come back and can apologize to the public or to the people them. You see, all him statement the way he make even to him party. Look, not to today, KKY has already accepted for go SLPP. A form NGC. This is why third force will never mark this word. I don't look back and front. I just when this program started, I do some research. All these other political parties, the way they form, apart from the SLPP and the APC, they are all being formed as a result or in the on one person. It's like a sole proprietorship, a sole trader. Yeah, without the leader, that party they don't die. Go back to Madam Femi Claudius Cole. Without Madam Femi Claudius Cole, there is no party. So the same thing to NGC. Without KKY, NGC has no power. So what thing they happen when you look at the formation of a third force, it's as a result of an individual aspiration, individual, this is because of this, they're not giving at this party, I go 4 million. So what thing they happen when you look at their political ideology, when you look at what they stand for, trust me, it's all on the center of the leader. So without the leader, that party cannot stand. That is what is being seen in NGC, Madam Femi Claudius Colin Party, and all the other one, the way they come up. You know why? Because it's been built around the leader. And take notes. It's just like what they do sole proprietorship in secondary school days. If the person who gets the business not open business that day, that business they don't lock that day. If the person die, the business don't done. And that's what we've seen. Most of the third force where they come up now, Sierra Leone, is being centered around only the leader. Without the leader, that party it's nothing. So for let third force exist, let third force take the fall for make a win Nasalon, it's not going to happen because one, the leader they look in time frame. That's what exactly KKY has watched. He has watched his time frame. How can I be at this age and then be an opposition for the next 10 years again? Or be an opposition for the next 15 years? The time I will get the opportunity, would I have the strength to stand all these things? So waiting at the best solution, go back, because the easy way make economy gets this leadership. I think there's a way now we're able for like a clinch the leadership position at this party. So waiting to happen, triple A listeners all over the world. And I'm going to say this again. For let third force stand in Sierra Leone, it should not be around the leader where they come up with that third force, because the time frame for let the third force able for show up and turn up strongly. Trust me, sometimes the one that the original founder of that third force party they might not even be in existence again. So at the end of the day, because the third force is being set up around the leader, when the leader is off, my brother, my sisters, when they listen to me, that party is done. Yeah, go back to Mohamed Bangura. All just follow the trend. As long as the leader link one side, that's the end of the party. Because the formation of that third force day is not the agenda. It's not waiting people want for see. It's the ego or the passion of the leader. We come from him. Oh, I want for make we get change. If we watch all waiting KKY talk, from the start of this NGC to now, it don't go on. In fact, it don't turn against all Lentinelli. He condemn SIPP, he condemn APC, Alassane Alusa. We know all these things. Today, where he is. He's willing and ready to even campaign lead the campaign team. Look at him. That's what he said. As somebody where you don't condemn, you don't say that why they're not fit for the country, we need change, we need this. Now you are in the front line to campaign for them. So is it the interest of the people or is it your own personal interest? I'll go back to President Bio in Kotsue Migi, July 3rd, 2019, na TED Talk. Our leaders, political leaders or political politicians, they are synonymous for selling lies. And that's what we've seen today. Now go to my next point, Tripoli, for this alliance. For me, this is new, right? And this is the history in Sierra Leone. For lay ruling government, they want to make alliance. It's most times been formed after first rounds. Yeah, most times we form after funds rounds. If this government would have done extremely well, what the people are happy for, there was no need for alliance because their confidence in themselves. They don't say, look, with or without any alliance, we're able for win with second rounds. But because they did not deliver well for the people, they know the people are there, and disgruntled against them. The people are looking for opportunity to pull them out of power. Now that make them they do everything possible for ensure so then get the force where it take for maintain the power, the leadership now the country. Lord, go back to the next point where I want for make Tripoli. Yeah. If you don't stand for condemn political, you see, KKY that make it not me even able for make the impact to people when they expect in a parliament because, like I say, he has accepted SLPP long ago, it's not now. This is just the results we are seeing. This is just the results we are seeing now. Long ago, go back to the parliament. All the send away the old in party leader, right? When Dennis Bright, when they look and I say, show me one time when KKY don't go to say, it's in this time party chairman or whatever. Una not for doing so. Now what's then call? He never showed up there. So when somebody they say why Dennis Bright resign, come on, I cannot be fighting. We have an agenda. Then at the end of the day, you the person within a parliament for help for TINAP. Instead, you decide with the ruling government where nine they oppress the oppositions. So that's why for me, that's my take. For me, that's why this guy resign. Yeah. So if we don't look at some say, well, is all well, they want go for go put change now the ruling government right now. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see because if this government may want for make an alliance, they may want for get inclusive government. Not when they want for common power, then they can't wait till then call. By right, the time we KKY may stand, wait them with, and if we don't bring them in strongly, they don't say yes, this they're ready for make the change. But because they don't say this one, they are not too favorite to the people. The people don't favor them. Now that make they are doing everything for ensure say they maintain the power. The last thing I will talk on before I left the line because we want for the people and give their input again today. You see, when you then do in politics, you can talk anything. But when you go inside, when you see the real thing, Tripoli, you are dumbfounded. That's what we are seeing. When you look at KKY, when me didn't do, they talk, you're not going to parliament. He was so vocal. When you go to parliament, I love the way we analyze parliament for them today. Because many people don't know how parliament operates. Get you sense, sabi talk, do everything. If you are not protected or provided for to talk in parliament, you go there 10 years, you will never speak a word in parliament. If you cannot see face to face, eye to eye with the speaker of the parliament, forget this thing. Just like what you say, they will use politics for control you, regardless how smart you are. So when you look at all these things, for let KKY stand on opposition, then opposition say, he say, wait, me, third force, then they can't fight for we, then they can't win. I'm afraid. He rather prefer it betray the people them and make ambition be clear and make able for achieve what he want for achieve. For me, that's my take. Because if he was ready, if even the president be ready for make a coalition, not to at the end of in 5 years they make coalition, he should have bring all these people on board to ensure that Sierra Leone move forward. KKY has a very good point. He has the academic knowledge, yes. But like I say, go back now the studio, you start to see difference in their speaking, in their speech. When Raman Soare they talk, you see the difference. Because of politics and the maturity, you see, say, so suddenly then they come in, they're able for like convert and able for give a clear picture of what they see. But there is still in fact, some even the NGC members them, so still no side and they right now because this coalition or this alliance now between the leadership when KKY and few members them now they sign this deal because when you look at the initial stage, then it's bright. I'll go back. Then it's bright original now there's form COP. That was the alliance where Dennis Brightman thinks KKY will can support. But like I say, KKY don't sit down, me don't look at this thing. If I even support COP, we able for pull SLVP commander power, would I get the position or the things that I want? Because me third force no go get that strength in the next, even if they say the next 10 years, for let third force get that strength for overcome SLPP APC, I'm afraid not to gist now. So he has weighed the thing. At the end of the day, look, you know what, bro, let me go back to be Patibo. That's why I know say if the obstacle when I mean President Julius Malabio, now me to shield me in a corner, I think say I will be the most suitable person after him, even if he not win. But again, John, like what they say, is that going to be easy? You know, most man they be in after Malabio, you know, most man ready for take that seat, even when they go for the convention, the SLPP. You know, say people are not ready for stand against Malabio, but then commodity then like okay, on oppose. If Malabio commodity, the kind of people already commode for TINAP for that position, they even the KKY, if you're not careful, then you need to get space safe. Because people will look and say this is a betray and he don't go, he don't come back. So it's a lock hanging and space. Also, world don't suffer, don't make say the party don't carry this level. So at the end of the day, now the time they can begin see. Take note, God, take note. You see the conflict with inside APC. To not careful. If SLPP come, even if they win this one, then the next 2020 almost election, then the opposition. Now the time you will see all the court case, them back they rise up because then get the constitution. Wait till the constitution say almost here if you don't take before you be this kind of position. All these things are lying low down there. People not ready for raise them up. Now if President Madabio comes, then somebody come for canteen. And I tell you see them begin quote all the constitution things here what they say so against the KKY and other people who want for TINAP say will support KKY. I tell you, no say they will say if you don't take almost here before you take executive position, if you don't this, if you don't come on at the party, you for a lot of things. So that's what we're seeing in the APC right now. Because when you are in opposition, people are, you know, it's easy for make alliance when you're in position. It's easy. But when you're in opposition, you lack the resources, you lack the necessary institutional capacity or powers them what you need, then you find it difficult. It's easy to set an alliance. PPRC supported this one easily because the government is in position. They have the resources. Wait to make them not support and COP because then things say COP now is an opposition to the even the PPRC. COP always they condemn PPRC. So it is, but for me, I'm not saying any other person, that's my opinion, that's my view. The fact remains KKY is going to SLPP because he want for gain more and he want for able for penetrate, go up the SLPP ladder. Thank you very seriously, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Alpha. We want to say thanks to Alpha for in submission today. The Progressive Alliance, NGC, alongside SLPP, and say for Saloon in Betewan. Welcome on board, Tony. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, Abraham, thanks for having me. Kushe Kaba family. With regards KKY, you know, I will start with my associates here, right? Boston, for example. There's an NGC branch where they are very vibrant. And I can tell you, say, majority of the people them we they play key role or the financier them, we they support the party now. Majority of them, immediately after 2018 election, they all went back to SLPP. And Boston, that was just an isolated case. Now, it happened majority of the states them, and even our other side, Europe and everything. So, and Usman Toli mentioned something. Politics, no money. And if you look the outcome of the 2018 election, the only region where KKY gets seats, na Cambia. And Cambia, they're under threat at the moment. So basically, if you look at two things, the support base and revenue generation all go down below 50%. And just like what other people say, it's a smart guy, and you have to look about the going concern of the party. You know how the party die. And you have to see how a mass resignation of members them so it basically they affect two things, then sustainability, if they continue that trendy, and it's for play smart. And we have to look at the bigger picture. I usually say the bigger picture is what is important. Most times if we tend to look at the quick fix, it can be easy to say, okay, they're not going able. Even if their own election, let's say, and KKY, their own election today, just like we all they share the same sentiments, they will not even get 6% we they get. We all see in 2018, we all support NGC. I mean, I was NGC. I supported him, I mean, so much. You understand? But if you look at that trend and that momentum, it dropped. It dropped drastically. Majority of the members then go back. And you therefore remember, say, majority of the members then we form NGC were people from SLPP. So what happened, some of them were not for non-formation tribes or whatever the people that they support. But after 2018, some people then realized like the immigrants still are there, plenty of people they went back to the SLPP. You understand? So you look at all them that's the surrounding challenges that really happen right now, the trend of things going on right now, and I get no choice but form an alliance. And it go can say, I'm not going before even work with APC because basically we all know the challenges and the whole thing this to see saga end up give up in citizenship in the US there and all them things then there. So it's all and look at the things say if I join the SAPP where majority of my own people now they or where they supporting party they don't go back. So it make it more easier for them. So the bottom line way me they take into this is they're not able to create any impact, even if you didn't have parliament. You mentioned it. In presence na SLPP, you understand, will create that. It's just like when you get a football team, for example. You see most teams that they don't go get, they not get striker, they get all key player, they get a very good defender, and get midfield, but don't get somebody for score. You can forget somebody where you know say probably connect to the outside world. Somebody where you know say get the international cloud. Somebody where you know say at the end of the day, I mean, because if you listen to the president in statements, he said, can they left for the talk, can't join me, let we work. I feel say this is what you want for seeing us alone. Not to just let we point out the challenges, you understand, or things that we know say don't divide we all the time. But if somebody see the value in you and see the competence in you and say you get, I mean, the talent, and you get the know-how in doing something for create a profitable change with society, for me, I think it's a welcome idea. It's not a do or die game. It's politics is not a do or die game. Even EBK was PMDC. Sobe, he left Sobe just the way Alpha may say, where third first political party asked for making them survive national. We all see Sobe in Pakaba in days late Pakaba of Blessed Mary, they all don't die now. You understand? We all see those days. Sobe form alliance with the SAPP. Now that makes that's an idea. BK all I mean Sobe them. Even I the let myself after to Kaba for Blessed Mary, they all not so bad. You understand? So we have to look at the bigger picture here is that I mean, not me say a go SLPP. Now them day. No call it spade a spade. Now there it come out. You understand? Eh? I feel say if we go for look at any scenario here, the ultimate choice way if for make now for go back inside, you know, say now in comfort zone. We go before at least it gets you member. But in conclusion, politics in Africa na money. And for breakthrough that ceiling, where we get that salute, that culture we are in, the mindset is fixed between SLPP and APC. Even with the same way me they support NGC. So many people don't know they try for breakthrough, break that mindset. You understand? For talk to them, say, but this now NGC. And some of the reason we make women follow NGC because we lost faith in the two political parties then. We're not able to deliver, we're not able to give you the basic things that we don't be cry for. And if you listen in his statements, being a third force like this, you know ever win this law. Because one, you go for as a leader, you go for able for check, go back to the drawing board and see the probability, work the probability, and see you support based. That power all beg people they say they would vote for this my vote. You know there are no seats in South Africa. You know there are no seats no side. The only side we get seats. Now Cambia. And Cambia as I said earlier, they're under threat because now in Bogoda did it. And right now you see the government in power gets so much resources. You see that they campaign rapidly. Even Kono wait not to me, they wait then they go Kono, then they wait to go. So if you find out say the maths where the SLPP they play the equation where they work right now is addition. Now they don't get they hopefully don't get Cambia.
Because if they get NGC for CAM on board, there's a possibility they can get the people from Gambia. Now they get Alpha Khan also. Alpha Khan they play. And then at the stronghold of the APC. If they can get at least 30% of their votes when they go to APC for breakthrough for CAM to them, na addition, na plus. And now then for na Kono, when for Kono na swing states, where nobody no own Kono because basically APC not get any strong person where you go say that this is the strong person right now where they get in terms of the executive or national executive or within the structure right now we come Kono. So it's a no man's zone. Everybody now on man gets up. That's for saying everybody. So if you watch the maths where the man they play, where SLPP they play, it's a strategic one. We for the ask yourself a question: what is the APC doing? What is their own strategy? What is their own formation? What is their own this? Because we are not seeing anything. You understand? For me, I see say there is more hype on social media for the APC, just like the NGC in 2018. All the people that when they go, none of them know they come up with a strategy. Now this is not a strategy. Now this one for you they come say, then they go 20, June 24, then they go. But what is the strategy? What you not put it? What is the modality? What is the maths? Politics, it's about addition. You need more people for make you get the votes. At the end of the day, if they're not doing anything, I mean, I'm just raising a concern. But for me, I feel say he made the right decision joining the SLPP. I feel say in presence will create a very big impact for Salon, not for just we. Because if me a president, KKY will make a foreign minister. See that always a bit up. You get international clout. You get Boku, big man when a party and this and that. Probably it go help for bring investors, or probably go for agitate for power for we. Because now we don't in that energy sector. That's not me take, but I feel say he made the right choice, basically.
All right, thank you very much, Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What Tony say for KKY, then for make him foreign minister. I see Professor John Francis say, Astafulai, pits that what they force, pits that what they pits that what they when you talk. Eh? When I'm your side, you go talk. You know, see what people don't call 4 different sides there. And the ambassador business there. You know, Sabi call that side. Pastor Messiah they call. Pits that what they. And so the Professor Francis talk. He said Tony they go call him outside say na foreign minister. He said they don't put me chief minister. They say why they cancel it and counter. Stuff lie. Pizza what they pizza. Okay. That's like well I saw right now the SLPPD. Yeah? Among themselves. I said but now say if you say the KKY. Even Julia already getting the right now. Say bro, you they talk. Na me then you chairman that day. You know no say a position the right here. As you see, yeah. Me no say they don't learn from Salsumana in case. Mistake, sir. You don't go for mistake with me. They don't learn from Salsumana in case. Okay. That's say no. Anyway, straight up 3 minutes. Yeah? 3 minutes straight up. You go 1 minute, 1 second per tap 3 minutes at the hang up. Because right now the phone line is 1 till left. 3 minutes straight up. Yes, caller, what they talk to?
Yes, this is your boy, yes, Bangura.
Yes, Bangura. You get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes, sir. I thank you very much for the show that you do. I thank you for everything that you're doing. You're a great man, and I give you all the praise. You deserve it. This is what I will say. First and foremost, I want to say this to every single person that's on this platform right now that is pushing this narrative, saying that APC needs to start acting like SLPP so that they can put themselves in a better position to fight the SLPP and win this election. Now, let me get something out here, and I want to be clear with everyone, okay, so that everyone understands this, okay? See, now this is common sense. And if you don't have common sense, you'll have a hard time understanding this concept. Never in my life, and I don't think this has ever happened. Actually, I know for a fact it's never happened in Sierra Leone, has a ruling party, a returning party, a returning president for a second term is wishing and calling on an opposition party to join alliance with them so that they can win an election. And then they run their mouths and talk as if like they know for sure that they're going to win this election. They're the stupid, excuse me, the idiot of a...
But wait, for someone holiday for so you say ruling government not get alliance. Wait till you, who's one you try for talk, because this is not the first time.
No, the first time in the sense that if it happens, it's not going to happen prior to an election. It may happen after the election. Now, this is
which
not...
election? Because it always happen, it always happen when for runoff. For the runoff election, they do have alliance for runoff.
Correct. But that's the thing, though. What you're saying is exactly right, though, AAA. See, this is not something that we see, again, this is not something that we see prior to the election. It may happen, again, like you said, perhaps in the runoff stage or after the election. And then we can see that two parties perhaps come together and say, hey, let's work together to let's say, win this runoff, or let's work together to benefit the country, in a sense. Now, that's why I'm mentioning this, because this is not an attempt to either benefit the country or win the runoff. This is an attempt to clear a runoff, to not have a runoff. You get my point, AAA. This is an attempt to bypass the runoff. Do you see my point that I'm making now? They're doing this so that they can bypass the runoff. That's presuming that there's even going to be a runoff. This is a facade, to say the least. It's a fallacy. So that's the best way I can put that. It is a fallacy from their perspective, assuming that they're already going to win the election, or at least they're going to put up enough numbers to cause a runoff, right? So, and to avoid the runoff altogether, let's just bring those people that could perhaps, like impact, this election to some degree, bring them to our side so that we can completely bypass the runoff. And that's absurd. You're supposed to be the returning president. You're supposed to let your work speak for you. You're supposed to let what it is that you have done for the people, let the people talk for you. He's running around doing a thank you tour, and yet he's joining alliances to win an election. You got to be kidding me. If anybody believes this nonsense, I swear to God, they don't want the benefit of this country to go forward. Yamkela, I don't even want to speak on Yamkela, because he's, as far as I'm concerned, he's a coward. Now, this is just that no one in their right mind will tell me otherwise, because this man did not start off his political campaign as an SLPP member. No, we didn't know him as that. He started off his political campaign as an NGC party leader, and we all backed him. I'm a through and through APC member, born and raised through and through APC member. But I support that.
Quick. Yes. You say KKY
Yes.
not starting political campaign?
He didn't come out in this political scene as we know him, as an SLPP member. I'm sorry, maybe perhaps in the background before he
KKY
became unknown.
as SLPP. He has SLPP card.
But hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying, though, Triple. I don't mean to cut you off, sir. Now we all know that this NGC was derived from the SLPP Legion, I should say. We all know that, okay? But what I'm speaking on is the splash that he made on the political scene. We didn't know him as an SLPP member. That splash that he made on the political scene, let's say from 2016, 2017, 2018, we didn't know him as an SLPP member. We knew him as an NGC leader. He came, you showed the videos. He was speaking as the leader of the NGC. He was speaking as a political head of a party, not a political member of another party, not a political member of the SLPP. He didn't come out and represent the SLPP. Now, all of a sudden, now is when we're seeing that. See, this is the problem that I have with this alliance. Triple, I'm gonna just say this, and then I'm gonna leave it at that. This is the problem that I have with this alliance. This is the problem that I have with this alliance. I don't honestly, people coming together to work together, absolutely fine. I think that is great for the country. That is great for the nation. But when you're using that as a tool, you're playing on people's emotion with that. You're dangling that in their face when on the background you actually have a different mindset. That's when it becomes toxic. For example, why, if this is really what they wanted to do, Tripoli, let's be honest, why wait 2 months before the election, before you decide to come out and form this alliance and actually announce it to the people, announce it and actually join forces to now move forward? Why not do it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? You saw these good things, these qualities in Yamkela. You didn't see these qualities overnight. You saw these qualities in Yamkela all these while. But yet you didn't choose to bring him on when you were leading, when you were in power for 5 years. You didn't choose to appoint Yamkela as the chief minister. You understand what's happening, bro? Yeah. I don't mean to take up too much time. I just wanted to make sure, I get my point across there. But I thank you for engaging me, people. Okay. You're a good man, and I thank you for giving me the time and engaging me. And I pray that God help our country. Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to say because AS take past 3 minutes. You say one can't take past 3 minutes. Ezekiel and Omar, please, when I wait, we'll go close with tonight, yeah? I'll just come with few people, them. Ezekiel and Omar, please, I'll count and Allah just count few people, quick. Today, I ready you. Anybody where can I ready for coming to me? Tolo, check your phone now. Yes, Tolo. 3 minutes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, I say this alliance we talk about. I'm not saying KKY I force this alliance because if you wait after the election, you're not going to get no value. Now, because this is my last chance. If you're not doing right now, you wait after the election, you're not going to even get 1%. The only savior right now, what people look up to are the country, IPC. So it's a bit dandy. So now
you say wait.
The only savior, the one
are they finding force for pain? No campaign for nobody. Who that say APC?
Are they calling right now and disorganized in all countries?
I'm glad you know say them disorganized. Continue no more.
Yes. Now one great savior then they look for. Now the two people are no more they rule the country. So now that make it say if I wait, if I sit down right now, wait, say this after the election, they're not going to look again because now good person, he educates, we all be believe for. But trust me, like how they say no more, election, politics not an easy thing. The only demand they talk about, send me money, then go. They spend serious one. So right now, you need that for adjust. It's not about the party. No, not about himself. Now he make the movement. Now he make that NGC. I make them about himself. Now about himself. Now he's here. They try for go back. Now go show. Now when they send back show for come back to SLPP. And this moves. You want to let now make right now get for go out. Let look like say. Play great role if in case they win. So now that's what they try for do now. So he knows no matter the tomorrow he get chance back for come. He ain't a good player, but I know people then get boku people. And then go bring all kind of rules like put somebody talk no more for them and that like how they do some sumana. So now about himself, KKY. And if he try for outsmart them right now, say no, do it right now. Don't know which. Yeah, now that make this the first time it happen. Always now after the first election, now run off now we go get them alliance thing and the but all this way do now for about things for make the way they look relevant, come inside people and do whatever. So now that time I get.
All right, thank you very much, Tolo.
Thank you.
Yeah. Today not to Saturday. Saturday I know say I can just sit down and answer full. Today not to Saturday. So they can't count you a game, but I didn't know how. Oh, today me na / I verify. In fact, phone eduso that come with Ezekiel. Let's see what that is. All right. work out Omar, then after Omar, I will come with Ezekiel. Today, me na Slash I verify. We the kind they meet me now. Eh? Any left. Any left. Okay. Alright, so. Omar, check your phone. Milord. Yes, Milord. Milord, una wait me. Yes, Omar. What you get for me?
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. This, you know, is crazy. But the problem here is where Dr. Dennis Bright been joined COP, where he been the rub body with APC. KKY being signed off on that, because we got to look back on that too. Because everybody they say why he left NGC, why he try for drag them people here go NGC. Well, where Dr. Dennis Bright, because we see Dr. Dennis Bright several times with APC, now then with them calling them again a McKinney, he talks if he will beat you and boot time, now boot again. So to me, we look like say Dr. Dennis Bright and few others then we don't ready say now APC would go. So I don't know if that will sit well with KKY, but this is not just an example for we, the political junkie them or the politics phobia or naive people that we don't understand what they go on with politics. Then people they all sleep, eat, think the same way. Just like what somebody be saying, where Dr. Dennis Bright, the medical, I'm gonna CID. KKY not ever make report, he not ever say anything towards Dr. Dennis Bright in situation. Like say them in some kind of a beef. You know, because how somebody when the chairman of the party, then they arrest him, Kerangona police, you never say anything. You are the head of the party. Whether you know that not be sit well with him, where Dr. Dennis Bright declare himself with COP, where be the rub body with APC, that he left for another explanation. Now look into what Usman Tolibi they talk about. Let's say we all see what happened with how Charles Magai and APC separate. Where them inform, where they win, according to them, the position and where they give them, whether not the ministerial position or this, so it not last long. The first reshuffle, where Ernest by Chroma make, I pull all nine will be help from Charles Magai. He pull all come out, and that not be sit well with them. So we will say maybe now that if like whether I don't ask so, maybe let's say he win, he give them the position. Then in first reshuffle, he move them all come out. They're now waiting. So me, you know, we don't reach to a point. Now we get somebody with it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it, but it don't reach to a point now where we go say, now then two parties, and the no more we get. Just like what in America now Republican and Democrat no more we get. So Sierra Leone, now APC and SLPP until further forgive somebody else come up from somewhere. But now then two parties we get. We hope say one day somehow somebody go come out, go be a flag bearer and then two parties will go against in party structure. Because the way then two parties structure, triple if now they no more they go and then they go with the old structure. Now the same people today now in Samura win. All the new offices and then new ministerial position that will matter be create. In they take none off. If they keep them because look the crowd in the Vienna. Then guy out the Vienna, they're all broke. They're broke. Because they don't eat around money, they don't eat money we're not good. So it not last long. The money melt now they have like ice. So now they're all broke. Then they try back for can't get position. So Samura go feel them, position them back. Just like what Timada say. He said, unless by Chroma, what they call the wage bill, unless by Chroma be the travel, unless by Chroma open Boku office. What he do? He can add more because not the same thing. Instead of get people in England and America will be the gear money for a campaign, so they're all one position. Not all be the provoker. They say we're gonna friction the guy they all the workers, hot hats and they all get briefcase and suit. The worker and friction they look for position. So now the same people are not see absolutely any change. When an APC come now, let God continue no more for every. Lord, we get that person. But APC, let nobody not tell me say APC not the answer. But if you not tell me or you not do anything for me, where you did it for 11 years, why you can't tell me now say you know the answer for the next 5 years? Are you kidding me? What you feel say they do? You feel say we don't drink, we don't clean our money now some crack house and they go sit down all day now South Central Los Angeles, they smoke crack pipe. You did it for 11 years. You not do anything. You not build hospital. You not build a sustainable clean water. You not build a sustainable water light. Instead, you go bring a toxic ship where they cause we picking and they get bronchitis. You can't put on a water. Then now you can't tell me say APC na the way forward. Who are you kidding? Man, go kid yourself. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you very much, Omar. Hola, the caller. Phone line don't close. Hola, this. You will the call right now. I'm sorry, but the phone line don't close. Yes, Ezekiel. Welcome, sir. What you get for me?
Thank you so much, Triple A. Thank you so much, listeners. Now don't talk almost everything we really need for be said about KKY. Me, the only thing we is so disappointing. I mean, from the time we demand go to parliament, it is see so many wrongs. You know, I mean, someday we write a little bit, but it can be louder than the way it's supposed for them be. You know, but. And nobody know they go into politics. Even all the noise where people and they make say, oh, we want for going create a better future and all that. The number one thing is self. It's self. Self is not the number one thing, you know. But me, I always like for look into, you know, a little bit of people and their behavior where they're not doing at the presidency or parliament or whatever they want inside this government thing for say they want to be president and all that, you know, with all the opportunity where KKY been doing exposed to, waiting at the main thing where even in a village where they go boast off for this future where they talk about now, whose future a bill now in place for the picking the way they did it. Before even that time, you know, now we no more like we you dey try for left now water anything we them to wait by you. Let's say if na snake then send they say na rope you go try for hold on to. Now that's no more. Now be make, you know, a lot of we will say okay, now we turn to KKY, but then I begin for look at okay, with all the exposure to international community apart from I mean the one we relate to government for energy, but to the little corner, just like the same complaint what they make about Mother Bill in the first grab we grab, whose kind small thing we build now then that bond area for the future. Nothing. There was nothing I can look at. Same thing with KKY, you know. I don't know. Maybe they did me. I don't know. Somebody for tell me that, you know. So all this idea, oh, we want to do something for the future. Hey, pass it be president before you do that feature. What thing you been doing now? You area, not to Sierra Leone, not to everywhere. What's how you come out? Charity begins, they say, at home. What did he put there? You know, and look, even that short talk now, AYV, you know, the integrity is so off. There's no integrity. You When they say if somebody don't do small thing, you for talk up, so you give SLPP 75 to 80%. And so APC not do anything because that time when you they try for destroy them, there was nothing good, nothing. If they been asking for percentage, if you don't give them zero, you not mention anything for say them do small thing. All of a sudden they were don't do small thing. All of a sudden prices. Look how much struggle way people and they go through. You know, look what thing they happen. Prices they change by the minute. Thing will by last week, this week, the price don't change. The wonder way then the bill talk to them about building materials and all that. There is no plan for stability about the exchange rate against the dollar. There is no plan. We not say exchange rate, no, it obviously hinges on export and other things. Oh my God. This is too much, Sierra Leone. It's too much. You know? And so until you don't tell we say it can't wait, we let go. But the reality is they're not they ask questions. The journalists they're not they even ask that question. Because if then do something will happen after that. We don't see how many people and don't fire because then go say the truth on television. Because that question for don't follow. So the 10 they way in the campaign against APC, nothing not the way good, one thing not the way good way than doing at the country. All of a sudden, here you are. But now passing grade, big passing grade, because Sierra Leonean grade is 50%. You can give them 75%. You know? So the cohesion way they talk about, APC time cohesion not been there, peace not been there. If peace was there, so at least you forgive them 80%. Because right now you motive, you say you want a cohesion. You talk about hardship, you talk about economy, cohesion. That's the reason why you go now and join. You get for CM. This not talk about SLPPO. If you see the young people away there hunger for be president after Bill, my dear, you the way I see yourself, you not like fat. I know to physical fat they talk about too. Who side people and they begin knocking their chest for power. You don't want that fat. Because if you want that fate for Sierra Leone, I don't see how you they do in a parliament. Upon all the things that way they happen, I don't see the knocky chest in a parliament for the good of the country. All people, then they plant tree. Even way they no say they no go sit down under the shade. What tree are you planting for Sierra Leone? Because NGC, if you don't stick them out, continue for stick them out because you go no say this go continue for planter. Even me and not be president. Hopefully, 20 years later, this party will be stronger than it is now. But oh no. Look at the 100-meter way don't take. From the 10 way they shake you small in parliament. At the time you turn 360. You get backdoor discussion with the president. So there was no way even parliament for stand against anything we then do. Now corner no more they talk. But anyway, we go see which side that will end. But the integrity per politician in no day at all, in no day today, in no day tomorrow. All the one they wait and they tell you say the one can do something for Sierra Leone, the one man show we the small thing for we don't do for Sierra Leone. We people and see them, then you will go know say yes, we get that big one day, you go do something for we. We'll continue for prayer, let God send the right person. Thank you so much, Triple. Let God help us.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Big man, thank you for the stars. Today done. Yeah, 3 hours we don't take care, so today done. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, with now they go no more. Parliament is closed just now. You know, say Parliament, then they say this net. Why? Wait, tomorrow. Something that tomorrow we can't deal with that. When make Parliament take you do that, like you wait last minute where they want for close. Parliament, this 5th Parliament for end. Where they want close. Now they see don't take almost na net. Na net. for pass all kind bill last minute. Last minute to cut. Then we be talk say that them bill in the throw away. Couche. Oh. We go there back tomorrow. Go there pray. Salon. Hi. Okay.